Hey everyone, welcome back to That's Some Idea. I'm Erica. If you are returning, hey. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button and come hang out. I have a mixed haul today. You've probably heard me say on several hauls, the month of July is just absolutely nuts, and I am getting ready for a big international trip. So I am going to show you some of the things that I got to prepare for that trip from Amazon, from Burlington Coat Factory, and from Primark at my mall here. And so without further ado, grab a drink. We will get into this haul, and I hope you find some ideas that are maybe useful to you if you have big plans this summer or the fall or the winter for travel that might be helpful if you're traveling by yourself, if you're traveling with little ones, and all the various things that you might need. So let's get into this haul. And again, I've said on a previous haul, I am a Hufflepuff through and through. This mug, I love this mug because when it gets hot, the pictures show up, and then when it cools down, it goes to black. Let us know what house you are, if you are a Harry Potter nerd like me. Otherwise, on the other side, I'm just a catch. Okay, let's get in. First, I'll start with Amazon. Amazon has, I believe they have their 40% off sale coming. So these are things to think about. I don't want to get too far into prices just because there is that sale. And if you are looking for things, the prices are going to fluctuate. So it's just better to just show them. You can look at it and see if it's something that might be beneficial to you. The first thing I picked up, I needed a new travel backpack. I have one. I actually have a really nice one. I have a Yeti backpack that I got long time ago at a conference, and it's great for domestic travel if I'm taking 2-3 day trips here and there for business, but it's not big enough for international travel for all the things that I'm going to be carrying. So I went on Amazon and I found this one. This is a it's called Love Vook, and it is a very large travel backpack. I don't know if the dimensions were on this, but this is like 22 inches. This is a fairly large backpack. And I got it because it can double almost like a suitcase. And I'll open it up and show you what I mean. It did come with accessories, and I will share those. But it does come, when you open it, it does almost look like a suitcase. It has pockets on the front flap. It has this, the stretchy thing in the center, to hold clothes down. And I got this one for just needing extra space to travel, because where I'm going, we're gonna be going on excursions. So this was just nice to have, as well as to be able to hold a lot of the things that I'm gonna be carrying on the plane. Laptops, cameras, my camera stand that you all are sitting on right now, to hold it, hopefully my drone. I have a drone camera that I love to use. So I'm hoping that this backpack is going to be big enough that I can, put things in it. And it did come with accessories. Like I said, this is more of a suitcase style. It came with a shoe bag, which I thought was great. You don't necessarily have to use it for a shoe bag, but it did come with a shoe bag. It also came with a large sort of clothing compartment travel sack and a smaller compartment travel sack. If you want to put your toiletries in here, if you're definitely you're not flying. So something to think about, but I absolutely love that. I'm so excited. Hopefully that's going to really stretch its, self with all of its pockets to hold all of my gizmos and gadgets and all of that crazy stuff. Let me know, are you someone that when you travel, you have to travel with laptops and chargers and phones and cameras and, camera stands? Do you travel with a gimbal? What are you putting in your carry-on backpack? Okay. A couple of other things that I needed for travel. I am going to be traveling with my littles, and because I'm gonna have two very large suitcases, and my children, my son's probably the size of one of my large international suitcases. He's not gonna be able to hold that or carry it for that matter. I went on Amazon and I found these suitcase connectors. And I thought these would be great because I have two big suitcases. I'm staring at them right now. That you take them out and you clip them around the top handles, and then you secure this, you fasten it down, and when you push the bottom, or when you go to pull your bottom suitcase, the other one will sort of lay on top and you can just roll it behind you, and then the two suitcases will come. So you at least have one hand free and the other is rolling the two suitcases that are secured by this. So I did grab, I think this is 1.5 meters, and I also grabbed a 2 meter just to kind of see what would work best with the suitcases that I'm carrying. And as well for my husband, because we also will have our, carry-on suitcases as well, so that we can just, connect everything together and go through the airport with ease. And then we have a free hand, obviously, with our littles. So something to think about. They had a 1.5 meter and a 2 meter. And then something else I grabbed, which I thought, hey, this might be easy to use as well, especially for, putting this backpack on a, carry-on suitcase. I grabbed 2 of these. These are luggage bungees, and they do exactly what they're supposed to do. You can see on the suitcase that it just attaches a briefcase or a backpack onto the other suitcase so that you have a free hand to do other things and to carry both in one. So I ended up grabbing 2 of those as well. And then, tried and true, gotta have them. These came with 4 in a pack. These are the Forge Travel Century locks for suitcases. Staple to have, along with, having your name tags on all of your suitcases. I did grab a pack of these for our suitcases. Okay, and that is everything for more of like your sort of travel necessities. I did grab some outfits from Amazon, and as well as some sunglasses, because where I'm going is going to be very sunny. So let's get into that. I did grab a 2-pack of these. These kind of brought me back to the 90s for some reason. I just thought they were cute. These are by Break Sun, the eyewear collection. And it came in a brown and a black. And when I open them, I'll kind of show you why they reminded me of the 90s. I'll just open the brown one. The sort of tortoise shell brown one. I absolutely love these. I think these are just fantastic. So I did grab a 2-pack of these. I can't remember how much these ran me, like $11.99 or something. Again, not to get too much into prices because Amazon is having their sale coming up very shortly. But the other thing that I really liked about this 2-pack was not only did you get the 2 pairs of glasses, but you got a small, it's on a little key ring, the screwdriver in case, one of the little screws falls out, you can fix them. So I thought that was great. And it also came with 2 really nice travel packs for it. It came with, not 2, 1, whoops. It came with a little bag to hold them in. And it also came with a really nice eyeglass cleansing cloth to keep them clean. So really, really nice. I can throw this in my suitcase or throw this in my travel, backpack. And those will just be great. And I can pick either black or tortoise. And the other sort of accessory thing that I got, when I travel, I tend to keep it very easy maintenance, easy minimal with jewelry, just because it's hot and you're, going places, and I just, I don't like to do a whole lot. But I did grab these because I thought these would be a really nice staple. These are 14 karat gold plated, and they are by Gissimi. And they are just a really simple pair of like mid hoop size earrings. Just very classic, very simple. You can see they're not super big, but they're just a really nice staple to put, with outfits as you're, mixing and matching when you're traveling. So I did grab those. And the last few things that I did grab from Amazon were clothes. This summer, I've really just sort of given myself a theme of I just want to be, loungy in linen, or mostly linen, just to keep cool and, to walk around and not constantly worry about clothes. But I did grab a short set in linen. I grabbed brown shorts in linen. And then sort of this long sleeve linen shirt that you can roll up into a 3/4 sleeve shirt and have a tank top underneath. Just really nice staple for the beach, for a beach town. If you're walking around, you're seeing the sights. So grab that outfit. I also grabbed sort of a loose fitting linen blue shirt, sort of really casual. I love these folded sleeves. Just to make things just nice and cool and loose fitting when you're walking around. And I apologize, a lot of this is wrinkly because I do have to throw it into the washing machine because I was hoping that it would come earlier and it didn't. But I did grab that as well. And then I grabbed 2 pairs of sort of loose fitting linen style pants. I grabbed this sort of apricot style, which kind of comes down to my calf, which is nice. And then I grabbed this sort of more beige tan one that's a little longer, but it's really wide-legged. Just to have, really just cool clothes, easy to move around in, easy to mix and match, tops and shirts with it, and you don't necessarily have to worry. And the other thing that I grabbed from Amazon was this really nice dress. It looks like denim, but it's not. I can't remember if this is cotton. Yes, this is 90% cotton, so it's gonna be really cool. But this really pretty sort of loose fitting denim looking dress. How many times can I say looking in one sentence? Somebody take score. But I did grab that as well. And it's sort of squared, and again, it has that really, nice crop sleeve with that sort of hem on it. Just really nice for beach wear, lounge wear, beach town wear. And that is everything I grabbed from Amazon. I did grab 3 things from Burlington Coat Factory. And we'll start with the big thing first so I can get it out of the way. I needed a brand new suitcase. It was time. My big international suitcase is 20 years old. Not gonna lie, it's 20 years old. And it's been with me through a lot of journeys, and it's lovingly been with me through a lot of journeys, but the wheels are getting rough. So I ended up grabbing this 32-inch hard plastic Rex suitcase. And let's see if you can, I'm gonna get out of the picture. But it is 32 inches. This cost me $69.99. It's really heavy, durable plastic. And hopefully this will be with me for the next 20 years because my suitcase has lovingly been with me for that long. So I did grab that. Get that out of the way. And then I saw this, and because I'm gonna be at a sort of gone for an extended stay, I wanted a bigger sort of travel accessory bag. So I found this one at Burlington Coat Factories. This cost me $14.99, and I'm okay with that because of all the accessories that came in it. You can see there's just bottles, and there are little, round containers here for lotion. There's a spatula to get things out. There is a lotion dispenser. And then there is the piece that you can use, the funnel, to get, your products into the bottles themselves. And then the other thing that I really liked about this is if I don't want to use the bottles and I want to use mine, that's okay. Everything comes out. This is plastic, so it will hold the containers in case something pops. Goodness forbid that happens, but if it does, And when you open it, there also is plastic inside for ease and access. And then this piece is also, you know, a little, you know, if you want to put your cotton rounds in here, but it also has its own container, and you can just loop it wherever you need to loop it, and have it on the go. So I thought that was super great for $14.99. Into the cart it went. So grab that for myself. And the last thing that I grabbed at Burlington was sort of a novelty buy for myself for being on the plane. As well as we have a big train ride that we're going to take while we're there, and something for me to do. And I've talked a little bit about the fact that I do more of like theme journaling, and I thought this would be great to add and sort of use it, and once I complete pages, use them in my theme journaling. This cost me $4.99, not bad at all, and it came with the markers. This is called the Creative Pages Coloring Kit in the Forest, and it comes with 6 markers, wonderful pretty colors, and then you can sort of see some of the pages that we're going to be coloring: mushrooms and forests and trees. And then the book stays in here, but then you can just sort of see the mushrooms. Look at that, if I can scoot up. So excited. The big, you know, tree. You could get a, you know, a little fairy house sticker in there. This one itself is actually a fairy tree. Like, I love this. This is gonna be, once I complete a page, there's nothing on the back. These are pretty heavy paper, so the marker won't go through. And if you have to, you can tear them out and, you know, use, you know, the back side of this to protect so that the other pages don't get marker in them. But that was for me just to relax while I'm on the plane or on a long train ride and just color. And then the last place I went, I had to go to my local mall for a errand, and I stopped into Primark. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that very well. But I ended up grabbing myself a sundress because it was too pretty not to pass up. It was $22. And it has these wonderful sort of puffy sleeves. You can see here, it has these wonderful puffy sleeves and this sort of ruched center with these little buttons in the front. You can see that. Those little pretty little buttons. And then it has strings to tie in the back to tuck your waist in. And this is a midi dress, so it does go down to my calves. Just so pretty for a sundress. So I did grab that. And the other 2 things I grabbed were in the pants form and then in the shorts form. Which one am I grabbing here? This is the shorts form. These are linen. The shorts were $20 and they did come with a belt. Something really easy, loose fitting, cool and comforting when you're out in the sun. Just a nice pair of linen, long shorts, almost like Bermuda, but they're wide leg. So right up my alley. And then the pants, same color, same belt. The pants were $22. And again, these are wide leg, loose fitting, really long. And I'm a tall person, so if I can find pants at a regular store and I don't have to buy the tall, I don't have to go hunting for the tall version of the pants, it just naturally comes that way, that is a win for me. Oh, the belt's falling apart. Or, well, it's falling out. But you can see, same thing, this pretty sort of linen color, really long. You can see how wide leg the pants are. I just love that. So I'm gonna be very cool this summer while I'm traveling. There were 2 other things that I got from Primark that are not part of my travel, but when I see things that I can add them to my collection, and these were on sale, it's going in the cart. I have mentioned on previous hauls that I do a lemon theme on my dining room table. I have a lemon china set, and then I have sort of all the accessories that go with it, like lemon salt and pepper shakers, lemon servingware bowls, lemon pitcher that actually looks like a big lemon, but it's a pitcher. I found these at Primark and they were on sale. This was originally $7, but I got it for $4. It's a lemon vase. It's was $4. It went into the cart. I'm gonna stick florals in here and put it somewhere in my house when I do my lemon theme. So I grabbed that. And then these were originally $3.50 and I got them for $1. And there were only 2, and I thought, oh, these would be great for votives. These would be great for tea light candles, or these would be even great for as a tea bag tray. If you take your tea bag out of your cup after it steeps, you can put it on a little tea bag tray. But these are just little, I got them for $1, little lemon trays, just to add to my collection. I'm so excited. They were on sale and I just couldn't resist. So I keep adding to my lemon collection. That is everything in my collective haul. Let us know where you're traveling to this summer if you are traveling, or if you are taking a domestic flight, an international flight, or if you're getting on a train, or if you're just having a staycation and you bought all the floaty toys and you're gonna be in the backyard in the pool. That's a jam too. Let us all know in the comments, and I will see you all on the next go around.